All right, guys, welcome to Pilates Strong. So we're gonna work on Oblique Burner Part 2. This is for those of you who really wanna work the sides, which is like such a hard area to get in shape, but so important. So we're gonna start off on our backs, feet are flat, lift your chest up, rotate towards the right, and then rotate towards the left. So rotation is different than lower and lift. So it's not a lower and lift. You're actually staying up and you're trying to rotate your ribs around your hips, and then you're trying to rotate your ribs around the hips the other way. So really watch here that your knees are not wavering side to side and that your pelvis is really grounded. So when I'm rotating to my right, my left hip is grounding down. And when I rotate to my left, my right hip is grounding down and my right leg is, pushing down as well. And that kind of gets that hamstring activated. This is a great workout, by the way, to do after the, there's an ankle weight one on there. That's really good. I think it's like low, ankle weight legs or something like that. Anyways, so this was a great one to do after that. So just rotate through, rotate around your waist. You should feel like you're wringing out and getting length in that spine with each rotation. Like you're kind of like wringing it out, like you're rotating and you're just trying to kind of get as much rotation as possible. Good. About 15 seconds here, so stay in it. Getting those obliques fired up. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2. Now, I'm gonna have you guys stay to your right. Okay, you're gonna stay to your right side. You're gonna lift your legs into tabletop and you're gonna hold. Try not to wiggle around too much here. Now you can lift up from there and down. Exhale, lift, inhale, lower. So now we're gonna warm up that right side a lot. Here's a nice little tip. If you're doing these workouts regularly, switch which side I tell you to start on. And that way you're sort of able to start sometimes on the left, sometimes on the right, okay? The feeling that you have with your head is that your head is gently pushing back into your hands. You should feel your entire kind of sides here engaging. We have 30 seconds left, so keep it going. And this is the easy part. So keep it moving, just up and down, good. We're gonna add on to this in a second. We're gonna straighten our legs. So if that's too much, just stay in this position. And also when you're lifting and lowering, you're not squishing your ribs into your hips. You're keeping space between your ribs and hips, and you're sort of melting that space in between down to help you get the length when you come up. You guys hear my voice shaking when I say that because I'm working so hard. 3, 2, now take those legs up. Okay, you're rotating towards your right. I'm gonna have you for this set, let's put the left leg hovering or down. So that's your option. You can either let it hover or keep it down, okay? I recommend keeping it down until you feel strong enough. So now we're gonna pulse up and down from here. Just little ups and downs, little squeezes. And I want that lifted leg, if you can straighten that leg, straighten it, but I don't want it to hike up into your ribs either. So kind of keep that pelvis grounded here. And then if this feels like, oh, I got this, then go ahead and hover that left leg up. So keep going, up and down, and trying to get a little more height each time. So you're gonna go 5 more seconds here, and then you're gonna hold. 4, 3, 2, now hold. Now, you're gonna grab your thigh with your hands and you're gonna curl up a little bit higher. So now you should be really, really high. You're still sort of on those low ribs here, okay? Take your right hand back behind your head, take your left hand back, and now pulse from there. And you should feel like you got a little bit deeper, really a little bit more into that, I don't know, lower obliques, I guess. I mean, really all of your obliques are working, but it just kind of helps you get a little more lift. So we have 20 seconds. Squeezing, don't give up. You get to lower that leg in a second here. 10 seconds, squeezing. Squeeze from that new place you found. At any point, you can always grab your leg with the opposite arm if you need to, okay? 5, 4, 3, 2, hold. Lower the left leg down, okay? Now from here, I'm gonna have you grab the back of your leg again here. Curl up a little bit higher and just kind of hang out, okay? Now hands are gonna go forwards, okay? Your left leg stays down, it grounds down, and you're gonna lift up and down from here. So this hands forward is a little bit easier on the abdominals, gets you a little more lift because the weight's not back here. It is a little harder on the neck if you're not able to get high enough. So always feel free to put one hand behind your head if you need. Good. We've got 15 seconds here. Squeezing, lifting, lowering, working really nice, and I love it. I love working abs like this. Really feeling all those areas that you think that you should work, that you're like, oh, I need to work on that. This is it right here. 5, 4, 3, 2, hold. Okay, hands back behind your head, lift a little higher, 3, 2, and then release. Excellent, okay? Now you're gonna roll over onto your left side. We're gonna do a little bit of a mermaid crunch, and we've done this in previous videos before. So your left hand goes long, your legs are long, your right hand's behind your head. You are gonna use your hand that's on the bottom as much as you need to, okay? I want bent knees here when you come up. So the idea is, spinal articulation is really key with Pilates. So now we're gonna articulate laterally, which means that as we come up, I have this sense of coming up one vertebra at a time with my spine. So I'm creating this nice length through here, and then I'm slowly lowering down, okay? So let's go. Lifting up. This is really a cool move because you're gonna feel from all the work we just did, all of these kind of, those muscles behind the shoulder, lats maybe even a little bit working too. It's really amazing how important those muscles are for your obliques. People don't realize that. They always think my obliques is just, I have to just work this part. You really should learn how to use the entire lateral line of your body. I mean, come on, it makes sense. You don't want just jiggly here and tight here. You want all to be tight, right? That actually doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, it's about being healthy. But if you do things correctly, the body is amazing. It changes. It does things you never thought were possible. So now we're gonna pick it up. Okay, we're gonna go up and down. We're gonna try to do like these almost all the way down and then up. So instead of going all the way down up, we're going smaller. And I really want you to hold your legs with your abdominals here. You got 15 seconds here. Good. Squeezing, working those obliques. Good. 3, 2, now hold. 3, 2, and then release. Excellent job. All right. So now moving on, we're gonna switch around to the other side. So we're gonna do kind of the exact same thing on the other side. And then we're gonna add on, we're gonna do something else here in a little bit. Okay, so hands back behind your head. You're gonna exhale, lift your chest up and then down, okay? And oh yeah, sorry, legs up. There you go. I was like, something's missing here. So you're gonna exhale, lift and lower. So we're just kind of warming up here. Lifting, squeezing. Just kind of finding like our obliques in a less loaded position than, because when our legs go long, it's gonna be a lot harder, right? So we're really squeezing. And when you lift up, you feel like the front of that rib is drawing down and the back of that rib is opening up. Almost like you're breathing into the back of that rib a little bit. And don't forget to exhale when you come up. Good. Got about 30 seconds here. Really focusing on space between the ribs and the hips so that you can truly activate those abs. Otherwise, you could do this without doing that, but you're not gonna get the depth and the sort of what we're after with that exercise. Good. Keep lifting and lowering. I'm working really hard here. About 15 seconds and then it's gonna get harder. So don't give up on me, work it, just focus. Keep your focus in. Last 4, 3, 2, hold. Okay, now you're gonna straighten those legs, okay? Now you're gonna take that right leg down, maybe let it hover or rest. I recommend letting it rest to start, and now start pulsing your chest up and down. Okay, exhaling up, inhaling down. And I want you to watch that you're not hiking that hip into your rib. So I want that left hip reaching long towards the, well, wherever side that you're on. So reaching away from you. Good. I forget sometimes I'm not teaching a class, and then I realize that if I tell you to reach towards the back of the wall, that makes no sense to you because you're not in a class, you're in your house probably, or at the gym. Good, up and down, squeezing. It's a nice, good burn set. That's, it's paced out in a way where it's not super fast, but it's, it gets kind of a slow burn going. Good. Abs in. You got about 15 seconds here. Good, maybe hover that leg. Sorry, you got 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, now hold. Now you can curl up a little bit higher, okay? Try to get the bottom ribs kind of the last thing to touch if you can. This side's really hard for me, okay? Hands back behind, and now we're gonna keep pulsing it up and down. Good, little ups and downs. Squeeze, really pull those abs in tight, squeezing. For me, whenever I do that whole grab and I lift, that's kind of where I really start to feel the that like burn right away. The first part's just kind of a warm up. Good, you got about 20 seconds squeezing. They're small, they're tiny. We're just contracting that muscle, trying to fire it up. Take a rest if you need to. I love it because, you know, like I said, you feel that whole wrapping kind of working. Really, you know, make sure you're pushing that head into your hands because that'll help to activate the back line here. Good. About 10 seconds here. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, hold. Okay, now hands forwards. Okay, keep it going up and down. Again, if you need to, curl up higher, grab that thigh. Okay, we got about 40 seconds left here. Pulsing up and down, and then we have our mermaid crunch. So stay in it. Good. That reach, like you're reaching for something. Trying to lengthen the back of those left ribs. Good, 15 seconds here. You should feel that fire. I love it. If it's hard, good. That's what you're here for. This is what's gonna change your body, you guys. You know, it's so hard to work out. It really is. You just gotta do it. Last 3, 2, hold, and then release. Awesome. All right, so now we're gonna lay on our right side. We've got those mermaid crunches coming up. But yeah, so what I was saying is that, okay, so let me explain this. So your right hand is down, left hand behind your head. You're gonna articulate your spine up, and then one vertebra at a time, lower it down. So what I was saying is like working out consistently is really hard. And then what happens, what I find a lot of us, you know, when we were younger, maybe we did it, or maybe we didn't. We were good on schedule, and then we kind of fall out of it. We get busy, things change, right? After that is when I find it's the hardest to get back into it. I feel like getting into it when you're new can actually be easier than having to get back into it once you've stopped doing it. And I know that sounds so weird, but that's just kind of a common thing that I see with people. And, you know, of course we get busy, we have families, but I always tell people this is the one thing you should do for yourself because it will make you better everywhere else. Do this one day. Just get up extra early, do one of these videos or 2, and then you tell me how you feel afterwards. You are gonna have such a better day because of it. Me personally, I prefer working out in the mornings whenever I can, unless I'm teaching. About 5 seconds here. Good, 4, 3, 2. Now just kind of a little small, a little faster. And I love that because I can just do it and I'm done. My day is set. I can pretty much plan my day however I want after that, right? Without having to worry about getting a workout in. Good. About 10 seconds here and then we're gonna pulse. Good. A little smaller here. Last 4, 3, 2. Little pulses. Up and down. Good. 5. You should really feel that burn now. 4, 3, 2. Hold 3, 2, and then release. That is no joke. That is hard. Okay, so last exercise, okay? We're gonna go to a single arm, single leg plank. This is more of your playtime. So you're gonna go onto your forearms and go onto your feet. Feet closer together, or if close together is gonna be harder. Feet apart will be easier. Yes, you have more support. One of those long days, right? So find your position. Feet really wide will give you more stability. And I would just start by testing this by taking your left hand forward and seeing if you can maybe just go on your left fingertips. If this is still too much, just hang out here. You will build to it, I promise, okay? So hand here, abs are pulling in. Make sure that you're not arching the low back. You only do this if you feel really good in your planks. Go to your knees if you need to, it's fine, okay? And then maybe take the opposite leg out. And then maybe hover the left arm and just kind of breathe for a second. You know, you can do all kinds of, put the hand behind your back if you want. Just try to keep the hips square. I don't have a mirror, it's hard for me to see, but I usually do have a mirror and I like to see that my hips are square. Good, 5 seconds, 4, 3, 2, and then release, okay? Take a break if you need to. Otherwise, switch sides. This is my harder side. This is the one where I get to waver a little bit. So take that right, you know, come onto your right fingertips here, maybe the left leg up. And I'm gonna hang out here a little bit, find my balance, and then maybe I'll take that arm forwards. And yes, this side is much harder for me. This is just kind of a little nice ending here because I want you guys to start working on your single arm, single leg plank or bird dog planks. 3, 2, hand down, hold it, 3, 2, and then release. Awesome job, you guys. So if you like this video, like, comment, subscribe, share. I've got a little button in one corner that actually works. So give that a try. Let's sit into like a little mermaid stretch here. So a little D-sit. Just take that arm up. I'm really good about answering questions. Really just love teaching. I think it's great. It's changed my life. Good. And then you're gonna switch the legs. You're gonna stretch out that other side. But awesome job, you guys.